Here, I have some gear for the algorithm. Isn't this lovely? Some synths. Hello, hello, hello. Hello, and welcome once again to my channel. Friends who've been here for a while for the wild, wild ride this has been. It's good to see you. As you can see, I'm doing something a bit different today because it seems that I need to boost the time of engagement with this channel. And it's tricky when you're just doing mostly sound stuff. I mean, there is a bit of showing the gear, which is, we all love that. That's kind of what drew me into just the fascination with modular synths as physical objects put into the world. Other than a small percentage of people who will sit through with the video, I need to capture your attention. So I decided to go about it this way. Hello, hello. Oh yes, loud and clear. Sorry if I'm breathing a lot into this microphone right now. I tried to start with my wireless lavaliers, but it's summertime right now and I left on vacation. And as one does, I packed all my things away because I was going to be gone for a couple of weeks. And then what happens? There's some things that I just have literally no recollection where on God's godly earth I put them. And it drives one crazy. This happened with my set of lavalier microphones. Fortunately, I do not need them for work as of now. It will happen again, and hopefully I will find them by then. But right now, I didn't. But what I did find was this $20, maybe even less than that, wireless microphone that I bought on a company that I will not name, that everybody uses but nobody should use, or everybody thinks that they are beyond using it but end up using it because convenience and just the world is a bit of a mess. We all know that. But yeah, shout out to this brandless microphone made in the United States of America, tariff-free. As you can see, it has a beautiful receiver that I've plugged in to my trusty Sound Devices recorder. The meeting of the worlds. Chinese technology with proudly American-made modular synthesizers. Let's talk about them. Here, I have some gear for the algorithm. Isn't this lovely? Some synths. What do we have in this standalone beautiful system? Oh, a knob is contaminated. What is this? A leaf. I put together my little Mannequins collection, which I love. Love, hate, love. Yeah, love. I actually surprised myself. I came to Mannequins relatively early in my modular synthesis adventure. Why? What was it that drew me to it? Back in the day, in the early days of internet modular synthesis, I'm not speaking about the OGs, like back in the 90s or whatever. We all know it's Dieter Dopfer. Dieter Dopfer, it's just fun to say, Dieter Dopfer. Cool guy. I would say the early days of internet modular synthesizer were probably the late 2010s and more towards the 2020s, right before the pandemic, and then peaked with global pandemic, which was great for modular synthesis around the world. And now there's a bit of a slum, but that's okay. Some people are still into this stuff, myself included. Like back in the day when I got into the synths by Mannequins, I think there were like 4 channels basically. There was like Helen Fogelsinger, however you pronounce her name, doing her cool videos in abandoned places. There was this fellow, I choose an ambiguous nomenclature, and Annie, I think. Very kind of like California hipster, nice stuff. I mean, music pretty solid too. I mean, quite musical actually. And I think he or she or they at one point had a mangrove in a small case. Maybe I'm making this up. There was some video that had like a mangrove in a case and it had just the right amount of hipsterism, artsiness, minimalism to kind of pique your interest and be like, what's this? And I couldn't help but be intrigued. And now I've purchased some and done a great deal of musical compositions and semi-marketing videos, which you can find on this channel. I mean, it's not really marketing, but you know what I mean. Yeah, the mangrove. Very cool sounding oscillator, but somewhat complicated to tame. It's not really a plug and play, especially not the new iteration, which I also have in here. First things first. I mean, yeah, we know we're all about the sound, but the aesthetics. I really like the aesthetics of noisy here. As I said, I was looking for my lavalier microphones, which I could not find. So in their place, I found this microphone, which had been sitting untouched for, I would say maybe at least a year. At least a year, for sure. It's pretty amazing that the batteries didn't leak and that there was still some charge in them because of some very old rechargeable batteries. So they died in the receiver. And I charged them for maybe 30 minutes. Went to get a sandwich. And now I'm back using this microphone, which I'm curious. Boom, 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 bum, 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 bum. All right. So, yeah, actually, I've used this microphone into the modular to process voice through the Morphogene and any of the granular modules I have. So, yeah, Morphogene was my first. I'll have to do one of these talking videos on Morphogene because at one point that was definitely the module that pushed me into module. And I'm trying to think, it was maybe even my first purchase of an actual module. Like a lot of people, I started with the semi-modular stuff. I had the Mother 32 and the DFAM, and that just got me hooked. But my first modules, I think I purchased the Tempe and the Morphogene, both by Make Noise. Those were my first two modules. I purchased a Skiff, 104 HP Skiff, also by Make Noise, you know, supporting North Carolina crew. I remember just trying to figure out how to power the thing was a bit of it required some research, let's just put it that way. Once you get into it, it's relatively easy without getting into the engineering aspects of it. I mean, part of the journey is also like blowing up a module or two. You can't be overtired and decide to rearrange your case. Just go to bed. Because you will inadvertently plug one of those headers in backwards. It happens. I mean, now most new modules seem to have like protected headers so you can only plug them in one way. But there's still a couple of OGs that don't. I don't know how it happens. I have also a Make Noise 7U case, like the first one they put out, and that one has also exposed headers. So yeah, there's a line guiding you there, but it's like inside the case, can't really see what you're doing when you get to a certain point. And then you have a module that also has a rather cryptic set of pins, and they might have like two set of pins. At some point in your life, you might need spectacles. And then it gets actually just quite hard to see. So you need like some strong magnification to see what is actually going on. But anyway, I'm digressing. What I'm trying to say here is that I need you, old friends and new friends, to hang out with me a bit longer through the videos and try to watch till the end. I don't know how well this is doing because I try to start with a very like, I am sincere, but I cannot lift off the side where I just want to kind of like joke around a bit because, you know, I'm just sitting in a room talking by myself. I didn't really organize this at all. That's why I have like this random microphone here. Anyway, what I was trying to say is hang out till the end of the video. Let's get that view time up. Let me propose something. I don't know how many videos I have now on this channel. There are a lot. There's probably over 300 videos of all kinds of things, but mostly primarily modular synthesizer music. That is the bread and butter of this channel, so to say. And there are a couple of people, you know who you are, who check this stuff out quasi-religiously, seem to really enjoy it, and it's really fun to put stuff out for people who like this stuff. Of course, I mean, I'm doing it for myself, first and foremost. It's just a way to kind of have a record of what you do in time. Of course, now, as a father, it's sometimes hard to find regular, consistent time to just produce like a machine, because, I mean, yeah, you have fatherly duties, work, and then all the surprises that come with that, and it's crazy. But here I managed to carve out a little moment, so I'm baiting some people with the synth. You should try modular synths if you haven't. It's good for making you work harder because you need to be able to pay for these things, and just to understand music a little bit differently, music process. I don't know, 6 years of like heavy, pretty much only modular music making. It definitely has a very interesting effect on the way you jump to music. And now I'm finding ways to kind of integrate both things. I mean, like when I first started with modular, what I wanted was to have access to some kind of percussive, ambient, glitchy thing to go with my guitar playing. And that's why I kind of like the Mother 32 DFAM was a super interesting proposition. And yeah, I ended up getting like the Strymon Magneto, the Morphogene, all of this with the idea of running the guitar through it. I even got that, what is it, AA1 module to, boost levels between instruments and bring them down, which is actually one of the modules that I blew up by plugging in backwards. I mean, it's not terrible. Still kind of sucks a bit. Really got into modular with the idea of this kind of hybrid thing about how can I bring the guitar into the modular world, and then eventually kind of moved away from that. And then you're like, how can we integrate, the computer with the modular? And there are lots of ways to do this. And now, Ableton has CV tools that can convert, signals between the systems. It's not necessarily that super intuitive, but it's not super hard. But yeah, I got the Experts Libre ZS9, and this thing is, it's kind of like a boring module, but then you're like, why didn't I get this sooner? But it's a process of thinking, setting up for everything. You have to be very architectural in a way, and yeah, just have the time. I mean, once you start doing it, it's fun, and it's fun troubleshooting, trying to figure out why this is working or why this is not working. Okay, is this video getting entertaining or not? I don't know. I'm going to maybe do a bit more talking stuff with modular synths, see if the engagement goes up in regards to the amount of time people spend with it. But I'm still going to be doing, of course, my music stuff when I have the time. And yeah, let's if you have anything to say, want me to talk about anything in particular concerning modular and how it can connect to whatever, because I mean, if you know me a little bit, I'm not a purist at all when it comes to this. I could talk about whatever here, and yeah, let's just hang out a bit more and let me know what you think, what you would like to see or not. Oh yeah, do the subscribe thing if you haven't. Help a brother out. Is that racist? I don't know. Yeah, more soon. And let's see how this microphone sounds. Maybe I'll keep this format. I'm pretty hot now. I want to take the shirt off. So thanks for watching.